Hi there. I'm here today to enter Paula Deen's Real Women of Philadelphia Cream Cheese Con. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do with this recipe is get your 8x8 glass baking dish and lightly spray it with non-stick cooking spray to ensure that your cake comes out as easy as possible when it's done baking. Then you can set that aside, and you're going to want to get 2 medium-sized bowls, one for the dry ingredients and one for the wet ingredients, and then you'll be combining them at the end. Meanwhile, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Alrighty, so 30 minutes is up, and that's all it actually took this time for the cake to finish baking. I stuck a toothpick in it, no cake came out on it, which is a sign that it's done. It smells great. That's another bonus of this cake. It really makes your kitchen smell good. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to take a rubber spatula and just keep running it around the edges of the cake, just to ensure that when you flip it over on this cookie sheet that it's not going to crumble into pieces, and it'd be a shame to mess the cake up since you've gotten this far with it. Alright, so we've made our way all the way to the end of this recipe, and the last step is making the frosting. Today we're using Philadelphia cream cheese, which I have found makes this dish extra special. Philadelphia cream cheese is definitely the name holder in cream cheeses. It can be used as an addition to frosting like I'm going to be doing it, or it can be used in savory dishes. However you use it, it's sure to enhance your dish, and that's what we're using in the cream cheese peanut butter frosting today. You want to ensure you use a good cream cheese when it's going to be a big part of your recipe, as is in this one. So I have the 8 ounces of Philadelphia original cream cheese, which I'm going to open and place in a clean bowl. You're also going to need to get your hand mixer out because you're going to be mixing this. And you want this to be straight out of the refrigerator temperature. Seems to work the best that way. You're also going to add in a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, which I already have measured out. Going to pour that in there. You're going to add just a little splash of vanilla, no need to measure, just eyeball it. And you are going to add in a 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. I use Jif, any brand will do to use it, but you're going to need a 1/4 cup of peanut butter, so get that in there. I sprayed this dish with cooking spray before I put the peanut butter in to measure it, and it made it come out really easy, so that's a little tip that I found works well. So now we have the 8 ounces of cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, a splash of vanilla extract, and a 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter ready to be mixed for the frosting. So you're going to take your mixer, and I'm just going to beat this up until it's a creamy frosting-like consistency. Pretty easy. Alrighty, so here we have the creamy peanut butter frosting in the bowl that we just mixed it. And we still have our slices of cake all ready to be frosted. One thing about this cake is you just want to frost it before serving. So when I make it for myself, I take half and frost it and cut it. So I have 4 pieces to snack on, and then I leave the other half just wrapped up in cling wrap in the refrigerator or in a Ziploc freezer bag, and frost it, you know, a day or 2 in advance before I want to eat it. And I keep the leftover frosting in a sealed container in the refrigerator as well, and it holds up just as good as when you first made it. So I like to take a smaller spatula and take some of the frosting, and I'm going to pick a side that's going to be the bottom layer, and I usually like to make it the thicker layer if you don't get a completely even cut, which in this case is the one on the left. And I'm going to spread the frosting a layer on the bottom here. Just want to make sure that it's even. The nice thing about this frosting is it spreads super easy. So that makes the job a lot more enjoyable. You just want to get a good layer on there. It doesn't have to be too much because you are going to be frosting the top layer as well. So there we go. That's like that, and we're going to flip it over on top. Then you're going to take the other half of the frosting for this portion and you're going to spread it on top. It's not meant to cover the whole entire cake, mostly just the inside and the top. There we go. Just smells amazing already. I can't wait to get a bite. And this is one of those cakes that I've made so many times, yet I can never get sick of it because it's just the perfect combo of flavors, and I finally got it to the point where it's just something that I crave a lot. I want to make it look nice around the edges. Take a little bit more here. And then we still have half left for the other half, but I'm only going to frost half right now. So there we go. Let's see, we'll take a little bit more here. Try to get some of the brown covered up. You want to make this a little about appearance and a lot about taste. That's what I like to do. So there we go. Your half is frosted, and now I'm going to get out the serrated knife again, and I'm going to move this over a little bit on the sheet here, and you're going to cut it into 4 even slices, and I like to make indentations before I actually slice. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and that gives us 4 slices. So there we go. And what I'm going to do now is set that aside, grab me a plate. I'm going to take a slice here and give you an up-close look at it. But one last addition for Paula, because she always likes to make everything extra special for everyone out of her kitchen. What I'm going to do is take a slice of banana, and you can feel free to do this to all of your slices or just one. So I topped it with banana slices to finish it off, just to make it a little more special. You can see the double layer with the frosting in the middle. Now it's time for the taste test. So good. You have to make it as soon as you can. Thanks guys, thanks Paula Deen and Philadelphia cream cheese.